Internet for Dummies 101. The Internet is a tangible physical system made to move information, like a postal service. But, except for boxes and envelopes, it sends binary information. Instead of words, binary is made of bits, which is any pair of opposites, on being 1, off being 0. The binary code. It's made of bits, groups of 1s and 0s, basically. 8 bits is 1 byte. 100 bytes is 1 kilobyte. 1,000 kilobytes is 1 megabyte. For example, if we think only a song is about 3 to 4 megabytes. Bytes can kind of be like atoms. Atoms is what everything in the world is made of. Bytes, everything in the internet is made of them. Today we can send bytes through electricity. Like for example with light bulbs. When it's on, it's 1 byte, off, it's 0 bytes. And every second is a byte. But this system is too complicated. Or we can use light by using cables called fibra optica, which have been engineered to transmit light, which with every byte bounces off the side of the cable. This way is much better, so we can send internet throughout the whole world. These bytes travel at the speed of light, making it easier for everyone in the world to have internet. By using light, we increase their bandwidth, transmission capacity measured by bit rate, or the number of bits per second that a system can transmit. IP addresses and DNS. The Internet is really a design philosophy, expressed in a set of protocols. Protocol is a well-known set of rules and standards used to communicate between machines. All different devices on the Internet have their own addresses. This is an IP address or Internet protocol. This is a way for computers to communicate between themselves. The IP address is usually 32 bits long, divided into a set of numbers. Every number represents bits. This is the IPv4 with 32 bits, but there are too many computers nowadays. So the IPv6 today has 340 undecillion addresses, making it more fit for all servers that are existing. The DNS domain name system associates a name or URL with its address. It's what takes you through the Internet. Being many servers, one DNS cannot take care of everything, which is why the DNS servers are connected in a distributed hierarchy. For example, there's the .org, .com, .net. This way it's much easier. The DNS was originally made to an open public communication protocol. But it was then clear for cyber attack, or DNS spoofing. This is when a hacker enters a DNS and modifies it so that it matches a domain with the wrong ID. Packets, routers, and reliability. If the Internet were directly dedicated connections, it will be impossible to keep things working since there are too many servers. Info does not need to follow a fixed path from one computer to another. This means that info travels through packets of information. Packets can travel like traffic. Sometimes, due to a congestion, packets is forced to take different routes, just like a car and traffic. Many kinds of digital information can be sent with IP packets. Due to many bits, packages can sometimes be separated. Each packet has an IP address of where it came from and where it's going. Sometimes, due to malfunction, they can arrive at different times or out of order. Routers choose the best path to send a packet. Often, the best route isn't necessarily the most direct. Having many routes makes the internet fault tolerant, since a packet can take various ways in order to get to a destination. The TCP Transmission Control Protocol manages the sending and receiving of information. It's like a guaranteed mail service. It makes sure everything gets correctly to you. The HTTP and HTML. A URL is Uniform Research Letter. The HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol is the language used to communicate between our servers. When a computer asks a server for an address, it sends GET requests, GET login, and then the URL. The HTML Hypertext Markup language is what this does is it tells a browser how to look. Images, italics, bold, boldness. A text is always included in the HTML. However, images and links always have their own. By using SSL Secure Socket Lawyer and TLS Transport Layer Security, we are safer from snooping and tampering. These programs can be seen active beside the URL when it appears a green lock next to HTTPS. HTTPS Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. This ensures that your HTTP request is always safe and secure. Encryption and public keys. Encryption is scrambling or changing a message to hide its meaning. Decryption is unscrambling that message to make it readable. A famous method is called Caesar's cipher. Here an algorithm is used which substitutes each letter with another letter in a certain amount of steps down the alphabet. In any of the sender, and if only the sender and receiver know the number, then it's a key. It's a secret password for unlocking a message. For example, hello plus 5 steps is MJQQT. MJQQT minus 5 steps then equals hello. But this is too easy to decipher. A longer key can make it harder sometimes. But today we use 256-bit keys to encrypt something. This doesn't necessarily make it different, but it gives more guesses. The systematic encryption, where some keys go both ways. This isn't good because it's too easy to find out. The asymmetric encryption is where there are different keys, the public and the private key, like a mailbox, where everyone has the public key and to put something in, but only you have the private key in order to take something out. Cybersecurity and crime. Credit cards, social security numbers, personal information, the drones being hijacked are examples of cybercrime. People who commit cybercrime can be anyone. A virus enters your computer and affects both you and your computer. How do they get in? They can fake emails, system default. They can enter without permission and then remote control permissions and get your information. The DDoS distributive denial of service is when hackers overwhelm a website with too many requests. Distributors is when attacks come from many computers at once, overloading the system. A phishing scam. This is when hackers send many spam emails in order for someone to trick someone into sending personal information. often disguised as fake emails. 90% of the time a system is hacked is not because of a security bug, but yes, a human error. How to avoid being hacked. 1. Use strong passwords. Check for authentic web addresses and install system security updates often. Also, don't install software you don't know. Remember to always be safe. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot.